I heard there was a wild dance part in the back of this truck.
There was. More time spinning tires.
Hey guys, my name is Liam. You are watching Gone Jeepin'. I have someone really special here with me. This is Tony Carvallo.
Hey guys.
Yeah, and behind us here is the CJL-10.
CJL-10. CJL-10 right here.
CJL-10 and
Dana booths. SEMA.
SEMA 2024.
That's right.
Now this Jeep right here, Tony is associated with this Jeep, but did very little work on it because he was busy with something. He
was occupied.
Yeah, he had some excuses. I'll let him tell you all about that in just a second, and we're going to walk through what makes this Jeep cool. But who actually built most of it?
Not Fred Williams. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it was Fred Williams.
Yeah. Should we not credit him at all in this video? So yeah, Fred Williams did a lot of the work. He's hiding from us today, so Tony's going to tell us all about this beautiful Jeep.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, guys. CJL-10 Jeep. How it started was Fred sent me a picture of a CJ-10 that he was thinking of buying, and we were toying around back and forth, like what you do. We have big tires, do this, do that, do this. I sketched like a panel truck kind of thing and said, hey, you should do this. Send it over to him. He liked it. At the same time, I called him to invite him to my wedding. So I was getting married and wanted to make sure, he had ample amount of time to be able to come to my wedding because he's far away. So then the decision was, well, how about we make the truck into a beer delivery truck? Because, oh, by the way, Tony, I keep promising that we're going to go to the brewery after every build that I fly out and help them with, that we're going to go to the brewery. So this time, how about I bring the brewery to your wedding? That sounds amazing, right? So we connected. Steer Smarts got involved. That's where I work. We decided that we're going to build a vehicle at Steer Smarts, set it all up, get Sons of Kent Brewing Company, one of my favorite breweries, to provide the beer and the barrels, and then we're going to have it. So then Fred delivers it to my wedding, and that was successful, and I got married. And thankfully, Fred helped me out. So that's what it is. So CJ-10. It started as a CJ-10 tug truck, pretty decent shape, but the floor was pretty rotten, so we had to do a lot of floor work. We chopped the back, took the frame out, decided to use a JL frame, so we got a 392 JL frame. Reason for that is just because the length was just perfect, all the components bolt in nice, and we can have the vehicle actually drive really nice and smooth and brake well and do all the adventures that Fred wants to do in the future with confidence. So the real challenge was actually re-measuring and redoing all the brackets from the front all the way to the back. And Fred wanted to keep the diesel, the 3.3 liter Nissan diesel. He thought it was just kind of a neat, cool, old school engine that needed to just stay with the vehicle. So then we transplanted that into the JL frame, made sure that all mounted to an Atlas transfer case, because you definitely want the Atlas transfer case for this serious rock crawling and tugging. So that's attached to that. To then the 60 front axle, 80 rear axle. We wanted the 80 rear because it's going to be hauling a lot of beer for my wedding. and it worked out well. So this is what it is. Fred had this idea of making something unique, kind of like the old school. If you remember in the old school days, that everyone had these tubular bumpers. So he wanted to have like a tubular bumper that was cut short, and he nestled in the winch in there, which is pretty neat. I think that made it a nice touch. So the other characteristic that Fred did, and Fred wanted to have happen, well, because we wanted the larger tires on there and to be able to off-road cleanly, and if you know CJ-10s have this really unique fender line that comes right down with the marker, comes down pretty low. What Fred wanted to do is kind of cleanly cut this line so we have enough space for the tire to cycle and to have this clean, unique look for the CJL-10 build. So I think it worked out well, and the lines look really nice. And then the other thing that Fred wanted to do is raise the fender, because in the CJ-10, the fender line is kind of low, and to have that larger tire fit nicely and cleanly. And I mean, keep in mind, we did have a very, very tight timeline to get this executed. So really 3.5, maybe 4 weeks tops. So he moved the bolt pattern and drilled the holes to make the fender go up higher. But the problem with that is, see, the body lines don't really necessarily match, and then the hood line also doesn't match. So the reason this is a nice addition here to kind of cover something up. Sorry, Fred.
Oh no! Although I am gonna, you can hear me on the audio, you can't really see me, but I'm gonna point something out here. I love the wood block spacer.
Oh yeah.
I like how it's a block of wood.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what Fred and I were talking about was, this is kind of what they would do at this time frame if they were building this vehicle still, right? Like, so we thought it would be just good enough to go. So that's what it is. And of course, the Steer Smart steering linkages throughout. It has PSC steering and Nitto tires. 37s, we're running 37s on this with the Detroit wheels. And then the unique part is this kind of like Australian outback bed. Fred had this vision. He built this at his shop in California and then trailered that with the truck, or with the CJ-10 to Detroit. So then we build the rest of the vehicle. And his vision was to kind of do that like Australian outback look, and I love it. I think it definitely complements the rest of the body and the build.
With seats.
Yeah, best top seats, the low bucket seats.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, we redid the floors, redid the back. The back was whipped pretty good.
So Tony, have you driven this thing?
Yeah. It's a speed demon.
It's a speed?
No. No. Let's just say it will rock crawl really well, but highways is a struggle. So, yeah, he's going to have to make some changes to the transmission. Oh, hey.
Oh man, what's
Chris,
happening?
how you doing, man?
I heard there was a wild dance part in the back of this truck.
There was. Yes, there was. In fact, that part I left out was, and I forgot, but after we delivered the beer, or Fred delivered the beer, Fred was like, hey, it'd be really cool to see the first dance actually on the box.
Right.
So we decided, hey, yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. So we did our first dance on the box. And it was nice. It was cool.
Well, I love this thing.
Yeah,
Fred did a great job.
it was fun. Fred always does a great job, and it was fun to be with him, helping him. Unfortunately, I couldn't, it was a really condensed time frame to build the vehicle. And at the same,
3 weeks?
yeah, roughly 3 to 4 weeks. And unfortunately, at the same time, I had to get everything ready for the wedding. So I didn't work on this all the time. It was piecemeal because I had to make sure I got a wedding ready and set up.
All right, I'm going to take the mic back from you, Tony. This Jeep is really cool. I was following it online, and I don't know. I'm like, okay, it's a CJ-10. CJ-10s are ugly. Whatever. What are they gonna?
Ugly.
Yeah,
They are not ugly.
They're not the prettiest truck on the road.
they're unique,
They are
Right.
special.
special,
Right.
super special.
And I'm watching the video, and you guys are doing some stuff, and then you're doing some weird stuff, and you're doing some cool stuff, and then it's done, and the photos come out, and I show my wife and I say, I want this truck so bad. There is no truck I want more than that truck right there,
They were
right
ugly.
now.
You said they were ugly.
He likes ugly trucks, I guess.
Well, when a couple of geniuses put their heads together on what this thing is supposed to look like, it turned into not an ugly truck. In fact, this is one of my favorite trucks.
One of you.
Well, one of you sketched it,
Must be Fred.
and the other one built it.
Yeah.
So
I love it. It's still cool.
Yeah.
I walked by earlier, seeing the genuine crates on the back and just the body lines and
That's cool.
Love it.
Thank you.
The kind of,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm not going to make you repeat it, but I just love the paint job, the kind of patina OD
Yeah.
greenish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got some gray in it.
Yeah,
Badass.
yeah.
Love it.
I think it worked out well. It really worked out well.
It did. All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. SEMA 2024, CJL-10, Tony Carvallo, Chris Collard came and crashed our video, which is always a pleasure.
Yeah, always.
And make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in all of the next ones.